Well, welcome to High School Sports on the Hartford Cable Network. Today we are at C. Milton Wright High School. It is a non-league girls lacrosse varsity game between the John Carroll Patriots and the C. Milton Wright Mustangs. Coach Abby Swift with John Carroll, your team plays in the IAAM, the A Conference,
Yes.
a very, very tough conference.
Yes, it is a very tough conference, competitive every day, and which is good for the girls, but definitely makes it, tough league to be in. Every game is very, very competitive, and there's no easy games.
We try to compare the Chesapeake Division with the A Conference of the IAAM. Are they comparable?
I don't really know the answer. I mean, I think that again, it's great competition across the county too. So I know that the IAM A conference is definitely that they're very competitive, and they're a lot of you can recruit there too. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of talent there. But all the county schools, they do a great. They're very competitive as well. So.
And you get to play some of your homeboys, or homegirls in this case, because C. Milton Wright, many of your players come from Hartford County, so I'm sure you look forward to this game every year.
Yes, we do. Our girls, I swear, as much as our conference games, as a coach, matter a lot. These games to the girls, it's cross-time rivalry. It's their best friends. It's everything. So it's definitely always a very fun, competitive game to coach and for them to play and watch. So.
Look at your record so far, 2-3. You've had some good games and some tough games. I look at Maddie Sterling and Emily Sterling, your sophomore and senior goalie, first of all, and then midfielder. Fun having girl sisters on the same team, especially when they're as good as these girls are.
Yes, definitely. Maddie and Emily are two very competitive players, and they have such a great bond on and off the field, and you can really see that when they play. And they get competitive with each other, but it's always in a loving manner, and it's really, really fun to be able to coach them, just to be able to watch them play and coach them and everything. Really, two really great girls.
And you're a school, of course, a prep school where almost all the kids end up going to college. And so studies, academics, very important. I also like some of the service things they're doing, the fact that they go beyond the school and beyond their studies and beyond athletics, helping the unfortunate or the less fortunate.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously, I think you guys have a requirement too for service hours and everything. But their senior year, they have a senior project that they have to do every year, and it's capstone, a little bit capstone project too. And our seniors this year, a lot of them have some, a couple of our girls. One has a Special Olympics thing, another one has the Baltimore lacrosse, Baltimore lacrosse. That we're actually on the 26th. We're having the girls come in, and a couple are going to Honduras, and some really awesome stuff that they do.
Very good. Now, last year, 14-9, a loss to C. Milton Wright on your field. Obviously, revenge is in the offing.
Yes, always, yep, revenge. It's always a fun thing, right?
Well, Coach, best of luck to you today and for the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
Stay right with me here. I'm going to turn over and talk to Faye Brust. Faye, first-year coach here at C. Milton Wright. You have a connection with John Carroll you may want to talk about.
Yes, so I graduated from John Carroll in 2011, went on and played college, and then coached college for 3 years, and now I'm back teaching middle school and coaching here.
Fun playing against your alma mater. Of course, things change. A lot of the coaches and teachers and that are gone from John Carroll, but there's a connection.
Yes, there is. Back when I played, it was Kirsten Porcella, so it's been a while, but glad to be playing against them.
And we talk about playing in the A Conference, very tough. You play game in and game out, tough teams in Hartford County. Playing John Carroll, why do you do that year after year? I know it's your first year, but why do you think that C. Milton Wright schedules John Carroll on a yearly basis?
It's always good to schedule tough competition. You get the practice out of conference so that then you come in and you're used to that level of play. Whereas if you're scheduling easier games, you kind of stoop down to their level and you don't get that challenging game in there.
Now, you played Arundel earlier in the week. You defeated them 14-13. A good way to start the year.
Yes, it was. We lost to them last year, so coming in and coming out on the winning side was definitely good, and getting my first win under my belt.
Looking at playing John Carroll, again, they are not a conference team, but they do count on your schedule. They count for points getting to the playoffs. Are your kids up for this game more than they would be a county game, or is it just another contest?
I try to make them come in to every game prepared the same way, taking it one step at a time. Don't want to make them too nervous. Get them. It's a game. We're coming in, attacking it like we would any other game.
Looking at this contest, what do you have to do to win other than score more goals? What do you have to do? How do you contain John Carroll?
Keep possession, slow down the ball, and make sure that we are good on 1v1 defense.
Well, very good. It should be an exciting contest again. John Carroll, C. Milton Wright, they're not league rivals, but they certainly are neighborhood rivals. Stay tuned. We're coming right back with this contest. We'll be right back. Well, welcome into C. Milton Wright High School. It is a great, great day for lacrosse. A bit cloudy, yeah. The temperature is somewhere in the mid-50s. No wind. Of course, playing on a turf field, so we have no worries about uneven fields and things of that nature. C. Milton Wright Mustangs playing in the Chesapeake division of the UCVAC, the Upper Chesapeake Bay Athletic Conference. Meantime, John Carroll playing in the A Conference of the MIAA, the Maryland, it's the IAAM, which is the Independent Athletic Association of Maryland. Always different than the boys group. I'm not sure why they have different names for them, but should be an interesting contest between, again, non-league rivals, teams getting ready for their league format, but playing each other almost every year, C. Milton Wright and John Carroll. Neighbors, probably, 5 miles apart, perhaps, geographically between the two schools, and a lot of these kids know each other, so it's a good chance for them to play one another. Give you the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting John Carroll Patriots, Maddie Sterling and Emily Sterling, the sisters. Emily, the senior goalie, and Maddie is the sophomore midfielders, numbers 2 and 5. Maddie is 2, Emily is 5. Erin Scannell is number 4, playing midfield. Lexi Birch is an attack person. She's number 6. Number 8 is Bryn Fitzke. She's a junior. 11 is Riley Casserly, an attack person. 15, Caitlin Patrick, a midfielder. 18 is Elle Bykowskis. And 19 is Georgia Shanfioni. 22, Marissa Munson. 31, Ellie Holland. And 33 is Riley Caesar. That's the John Carroll Patriots.
And now for our starting lineups from the Patriots. Number 2, Maddie Sterling.
And here they will be announced for you, so you'll get a chance to see them. Maddie Sterling.
Number 4, Erin Scannell.
Erin Scannell is number 4. She's a midfielder.
Emily Sterling.
Emily Sterling, the goalie, a senior.
Number 6, Lexi Birch.
Lexi Birch is number 6, an attack person, a senior.
Bryn Fitzke.
Bryn Fitzke, number 8, a junior.
Number 11, Riley Casserly.
Riley Casserly is number 11, a junior attackman.
15, Caitlin Patrick.
Caitlin Patrick, number 15, she's a junior.
Number 18, Elle Bykowskis.
Elle Bykowskis is a
19,
defender, a junior.
Fioni.
Georgia Shanfioni, a defense person.
22, Marissa Munson.
22 is Marissa Munson. She is a senior.
31, Ellie Holland.
31 is Ellie Holland, a sophomore.
Riley Caesar.
And 33, Riley Caesar.
Head coach Abby Swift.
Abby Swift is the head coach.
C. Milton Wright Mustangs.
And now for the Mustangs, John Carroll, as you see, dressed in their dark brown or black uniforms. C. Milton Wright dressed in the gray.
Attack number 14, Emily Honorato.
Emily Honorato, number 14.
Attack number 15, Georgia Beachley.
Georgia Beachley. We missed number 2, Madison Ramito.
Midfield number 1, Caitlin Bajarski.
Caitlin Bachowski is number 1. She's a sophomore.
12, Cassidy Hoover.
Cassidy Hoover, a senior defense person.
At defense number 11, Courtney Frank.
Courtney Frank is the defender. She's a junior, number 11.
At defense and also a captain, number 17, Claire Motley.
Claire Motley is a captain, senior defense person.
Defense and also a captain, number 9, Sam Marzullo.
Sam Marzullo, another of the tri-captains, or actually quad captains.
Captain number 10, Haley Cummins.
Haley Cummins, also a captain, attack
And
person,
captain in
midfielder.
midfield. I don't have a number, Taylor Marchetti.
Number 13 is Taylor Marchetti. Taylor is a captain, senior.
And our goalie this evening, Sawyer Graham.
Sawyer Graham, a sophomore goalie. Tough job for her today as a sophomore, facing
Ladies
that
and
attack
gentlemen, would you please
of
now join me
John
in the
Carroll.
rise as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
And now to honor our country, here is our national anthem. Just about ready to get underway. Again, two 25-minute halves in girls lacrosse. It's a 100 yards long field from goal to goal, actually 120 yards long, as the field extends back to the inline where the football field normally is. So they play the field with 12 players on each side, different than the boys who play an 80-yard field from goal to goal with only 10 players. The game very similar, except there's a lot more, let's say, checking and physical play on the part of the men. They wear the helmets. Girls just began wearing the goggles and the face masks a little bit in the years past, but the game is meant to be a finesse game, not a rock 'em, sock 'em, hit 'em kind of game, but you'll see there is some physicality involved as well. Missing our partner, Carroll Barker. She's a bit under the weather, but we'll carry on sort of solo here and bear with us as we do. Coach is Faye Brust for the C. Milton Wright Mustangs. She's a 2011 graduate of John Carroll, just as her assistant coach, Sam McGuire, also a graduate of John Carroll in 2012. Meg Will is a C. Milton Wright graduate, so they've got all the bases covered. Abby Swift is the coach for John Carroll. Abby's been the head coach since 2012. Her team coming in with a 2-3 record. Meanwhile, C. Milton Wright 1-0. So that John Carroll has had 5 contests under their belt. C. Milton Wright just the one game in which they defeated Arundel by that final score of 14-13. John Carroll has defeated Gerstle Academy and Garrison, lost to St. Paul's, Glenelg Country School, and St. Mary's. Again, as we said, the John Carroll Patriots playing in the IAAM A Conference. That's the top private school conference that encompasses Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and the surrounding areas. A good chance for them to play against a county team, again, that they don't see all year long because they play in a different league. John Carroll will begin its UCBAC schedule next week as they start taking on those A Conference teams. So it's a good way to start early in the season in a game that doesn't count to your conference standings, does count on your overall standings. It counts for your points accumulated in terms of the UCBAC or the public schools. Just about ready to get underway. The girls have a draw rather than a face-off, a bit different than the boys. The referee, whom we'll be identifying as Frank Handley, along with Jay Rickey, the other referee. We're underway. And Frank says, let's hold it again. Let's do that again. You'll see John Carroll will be going from your left to your right. C. Milton Wright in the gray home uniforms going from right to left across your TV screen. Glad you tuned in. Hope you enjoy it. We're underway. John Carroll comes away with it. It's into the sticks of 31 Ellie Holland. So John Carroll on the attack. In the goal, Sawyer Graham for C. Milton Wright. Sawyer again, just a sophomore. A lot of pressure on a sophomore. Meantime, John Carroll has Sterling, who is a senior. Maneuvering, looking for a shot, angle. You can shoot from anywhere on the field, unlike field hockey where you have to be inside a certain area to shoot. You can shoot whenever the mood strikes you. Good shot, good save. The shot was by number 4, Aaron Scannell. Aaron, who has 13 goals coming in, 2 calls, turnovers, 4th year on the varsity, headed for Salisbury University. Aaron also plays soccer and varsity indoor soccer. C. Milton Wright now with the ball. Mustangs on the attack. Looks like number 12, Cassidy Hoover. Cassidy, the defense person, senior, carrying the ball. Mustangs looking for a shot. That's number 15, Georgia Beachley with the ball. 25-minute halves, 2 halves. There is overtime in case the game is tied. It's a 6-minute overtime followed by a 6-minute sudden death overtime. Looking for the shot. Good job coming around the net, shooting. Scannell, no, it's a goal. The ball gets by Sterling, the goalie. Let's see if we can see who scored that goal. Waiting for our PA announcer maybe to tell us who scored, but C. Milton Wright does break on top. 23-23. The goal is scored by C. Milton Wright. Looked like it may have been number 13, Taylor Marchetti. the captain who shot that ball, but I'm not really sure. We'll see if we can get that for you at halftime. So the Mustangs break on top at 23-23, a minute and 30-some seconds, 37 seconds into the contest. Mustangs break on top. Remember, they won last year 14-9 over John Carroll in this neighborhood rivalry. That's Emily Sterling, the goalie, who's headed for the University of Maryland on scholarship, plays varsity cross country. 32 saves so far, 3 ground balls, 2 calls, turnovers for Emily Sterling. 4.5 GPA. Takes 7 advanced placement classes in addition to playing those sports very well. Here come the Patriots of John Carroll on the attack. It's number 2, Maddie Sterling, the sophomore sister of Emily. Ball back comes out front, comes into the stick of number 2, and that is Maddie Sterling. Maddie, a 4.4 GPA. 10 goals, 11 draw controls, 9 ground balls so far this year. Remember, John Carroll has played 5 contests so far. This is their 6th game of the year. Milton Wright just in its 2nd official game. Of course, they both played scrimmages as well. Nice break up there by Milton Wright. See if we can get the number of that defense person. Yeah, it's number 11. And that's Courtney Frank, who made that great defensive play. Here come the Mustangs on the attack again. Ball behind the net, where there's a 10-yard cushion behind the net. You can take it back there.
Gotta be aware when they're clearing it.
Mustangs on the attack, looking for an opening. Ball knocked loose, recovered by Milton Wright. Mustangs controlling the ball. Cross field pass, resetting that defense. Cut off. Back out front it comes. Mustangs on the attack, looking for the shot. Oh, great save by Emily Sterling. Good chance a bit later. I'll tell you about Emily's project. She's raising money to support the Harlem Lacrosse. It's a school-based non-profit organization. Changes the life trajectories of at-risk youth through daily wraparound academic support. I'll tell you more about that as we get time. Each senior at John Carroll has to do a senior project. On the attack. Oh, great defense. Whistle blows. Jay Rickey calls a stop to the action, points in the direction of John Carroll, so it'll be Milton Wright. No, it'll be John Carroll ball. Chance for the Patriots here to even the score. Shot off the top of the rung, that top bar. The shot there was by number 33, Riley Caesar. Riley, 6 goals and 12 assists, headed for Shenandoah University next year. Referee Frank Hanley bringing a stop to the play. Looks like it's going to be a 2-minute penalty against John Carroll, coming against number 2, Maddie Sterling. So Maddie, no, check it, it's number 8. That's Bryn Fitzke. So Bryn will be out for 2 minutes, so John Carroll will play 1 person short for the next 2 minutes. 19:57 left in this first half. Milton Wright leading 1-0. They scored at 23-23 left in the first half. That's where we are at 1-0. Mustangs with the ball. Those blue numbers, light blue numbers on the gray jerseys, not easy for these old eyes to see across field, so we'll do the best we can. Mustangs, great pass, good reception, looking for the shot. Great save by Sterling. Wow, that was just like spot on person. Looked like the shot was by number 1, Caitlin Bechkowski. Score remains 1-0. Inside the 20 minutes left, about 19 minutes now left in this first half. John Carroll on the attack. Still under control. It's Ellie Holland. Ellie, a sophomore, 4.2 GPA student. Varsity soccer, varsity indoor soccer, 3 goals and assists, 7 ground balls, and 6 calls turnovers this year so far. John Carroll on the attack, open, and shot, and goal. Boy, what a great pass and what a great shot. The shot was by number 10, Katie Horms. Katie into the ball game just now. So at 18:51, John Carroll has equaled the score as Horms scores. We're now tied at 1-1. Great isolation. Horms was all by herself. Was able to make the catch right at the, maybe 5 yards in front of the goalie. And goalie Sawyer Graham had absolutely no chance to block that ball. So we're tied at 1. Face-off coming. Actually, they call it a draw. Boys soccer is the face-off. Marchetti, the fine quad captain for C. Milton Wright, taking the draw for C. Milton Wright. That's Sterling with the ball. Maddie Sterling. Maddie, the sophomore sister of goalie Emily Sterling. Maddie already being recruited by some of the top schools in the nation as a sophomore. Coach Swift was saying that Maddie and Emily, they are typical sisters, love each other, look out for each other, but can be a little competitive one with the other. Coming up on the 18-minute mark left in this first half. So check at that goal that I said scored at 18:51. Yep, it scored at 18:51. Inside 18 minutes now. John Carroll looking for the open person. Back out front it comes. Comes to Lexi Birch, number 6. Lexi is a senior attack person. Ball back to Riley Caesar. Riley playing behind the net, setting things up. Caesar moving. Passes. Intercepted, knocked away. Caesar gets it back. John Carroll still in control. That's Ellie Holland, number 31. Down goes a John Carroll player. Let's see what the referees say. Look like number 2, Maddie Sterling, sort of sprawled there in front of the net. She's going to have to readjust the goggles and see if all her body parts are still functioning. 16:57 clock counting. Left here in this first half. We're tied at 1. Maddie says, I'm ready to go. And John Carroll will get another attempt at a goal. Sterling, the shot, the goal. Sterling scores at 16:41. Maddie Sterling with the goal. Again, a shot that would be almost impossible for Sawyer Graham to block. The ball was up on the upper left quadrant of the net. 2-1 now. C. Milton Wright had broken on top with that first goal at 23-23. Horms came back to tie it for John Carroll at 18:51. And now at 16:41, the goal by Maddie Sterling. 2-1 the lead for John Carroll. Patriots again 2-3 coming in. 2 wins, 3 losses. C. Milton Wright 1-0. Last year when they played, it was a 14-9 win for C. Milton Wright. That at John Carroll's field. Maddie Sterling still trying to adjust those goggles and getting things back together from that spill she took a bit earlier. Taylor Marchetti on the draw. And there it is. Taken by the Mustangs. Frank Hanley says, yeah, it's Mustangs ball, and here they come looking to try to tie the score. Taking it behind the net. Now looking for an angle, and the penalty is going to be called against John Carroll. C. Milton Wright will contain or retain the ball. Madison Ramito, number 2, had it. She'll continue to have the ball. Ramito looking for someone to pass to. Out front it comes on this near side. Now out front. That's Marchetti, the captain, looking for the shot. Marchetti, an outstanding basketball player as well in her senior year. Out front with the ball. Number 12 was Cassidy Hoover, one of the two Hoover twins on this team. Cassidy and Aubrey, both seniors. Here's Marchetti. Hoover drops the ball, trying to pick it up, does so. Check it, I said Hoover, but it looks like it's number 15, Georgia Beachley, not number 12. Mustangs in control, but not open to get a shot. There's a great pass, knocked away, and referee Frank Hanley says nope. That was going to be a penalty against John Carroll, so C. Milton Wright in the stick of Taylor Marchetti. Marchetti one-on-one with the goalie. Marchetti shoots. A great save by Sterling. Sterling saw that ball at the upper left-hand quadrant, knocked it away, and now John Carroll has it with Bryn Fitzke, number 8 with the ball. And now it's Lexi Birch, number 6. Birch taken around the back of the net. Riley Casserly in for John Carroll, number 11. Coming up on the 14-minute mark of the first half. 2-1, as you see, C. Milton Wright leading. I should say John Carroll leading. C. Milton Wright jumped on top, 1-0. 2 straight goals by John Carroll. Patriots setting it up, looking for that opening. Shot, goal. That looks like number 4, Aaron Scannell. I believe it is number 4, yes, Aaron Scannell, who scored that goal. So that's at 13:53. Scannell with the goal makes it 3-1 now. John Carroll. Mustangs scored that first goal. John Carroll has scored 3 in a row now. For Scannell, that is her 14th goal of the year. 4th year on the varsity, headed for Salisbury University next year. Plays varsity soccer and varsity indoor soccer. That's Bryn Fitzke for John Carroll. And for C. Milton Wright, it is number 4, Aubrey Hoover, on the draw. Ball will go to John Carroll. Scannell with the ball. Now here comes Ellie Holland with 31. She's off the field now. Ball goes into 11, Riley Casserly. John Carroll looking to shoot the ball, breaking through, and goal is scored. That's by Lexi Birch, number 6. For Lexi, her 5th goal of the year and the 4th straight goal for John Carroll. So Birch has the goal. That coming at 13:22. So now it's 4-1, John Carroll. Patriots have just dominated this contest after C. Milton Wright scored that first goal. Mustangs had several opportunities after that, but John Carroll just simply has taken over. Again, goalie for John Carroll, Emily Sterling, just had an outstanding game, as we would expect. Young lady who's one of the top recruits in the nation, headed to University of Maryland, which is among the top schools for girls lacrosse or women's lacrosse in the nation. Emily with a 4.5 GPA. I was telling you about that capstone project that they are doing. Mentioned that Emily works to support the Harlem Lacrosse, a school-based nonprofit organization. Changes lives by providing help to at-risk youth, wraparound academic support, mentoring, leadership training, college readiness, career exploration, admissions counseling and lacrosse instruction. She coordinated a bus trip to bring kids from Commodore John Rogers School in East Baltimore to the varsity girls game versus Hereford that's coming up on April the 26th, where they'll join the team in the locker room and on the sidelines. That's Emily Sterling. So Emily, again, a 4.5 GPA student, taking 7 advanced placement courses. So you can see the kind of well-rounded student that she is, going to a prep school like John Carroll with that kind of a 4.5 GPA and those accomplishments in the classroom, and yet finds time to go out of her way to help the less fortunate. Certainly something to be proud of. So let's see now if C. Milton Wright can get back into the ball game. They'll send out Aubrey Hoover, number 4, who'll do the draw. Can't see the John Carroll number now, exactly who that is on this draw. Yeah, it looks like number 2, Maddie Sterling. Will be John Carroll ball, and Sterling doesn't wait around. She just takes the ball and takes off. You see the speed this young lady has. Good move by Sterling. Good defense by C. Milton Wright. And that was Courtney Frank, number 11, playing the defense on Sterling. Forced her to get rid of the ball. John Carroll seems to be having its way now in terms of maneuvering. Out front it comes. That's Lexi Birch. Birch driving, looking for an opening. Coming up on the 12-minute mark left in this first half. Shot, great save. That's Graham with the save. Sawyer Graham going up high and making the save. Not sure if that would have gone in the net. May have gone over the crossbar, but Sawyer with the save. Sawyer Graham. Sawyer again, 19 saves in that first game against Arundel. The game won by C. Milton Wright 14-13 earlier this week. Mustangs now down by 3, looking to get back into the game. Jay Rickey calls a halt to the play, and it's going to give John Carroll the ball. It looks like number 10, Haley Cummins, one of the captains, with the ball. Emily Sterling staring one-on-one. Here comes the shot. Good! The shot by Haley Cummins at 11:31 left here in this first half. So Cummins breaks that 4-goal scheme that John Carroll had going, makes it 4-2. 11:31 left in the half. Cuts the lead from 3 down to 2. Cummins, a junior, comes off the field momentarily. Looks like she may have changed sticks or made some equipment adjustment. She'll be in to attempt the draw here. Cummins is a junior, but still a captain. That shows you the kind of respect that Cummins has on her team. Usually you see seniors being the captains. All important draw here as Rickey lines them up. Jay Rickey, the referee. North Hartford graduate is Jay Rickey. A Rickey family, very well known in the North Hartford area. Farmers. Community-minded family. That's Marchetti with the ball. Mustangs looking to try to come within a goal, down by 2. Out front it comes. Shot knocked away by Sterling. Into the hands of the Patriots. Here they come. "12 players on the field, different again than boys lacrosse where there are 10. Field is a bit longer. Playing this game on a Friday evening in the late afternoon, early evening. Great defense by C. Milton Wright. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the first half. Sterling. Checking, not Sterling, but that was Scannell, number 4, not number 2. Now, here is Riley Casserly, number 11. Patriots in control of the ball. Appear to be in no big hurry at this point. Great defense, good pass. Open for the shot, and the goal is scored. Looks like that's Erin Scannell again. This time she got a pass from Riley Casserly, and Scannell scores her second goal of this game. Puts her team back up now by 3 goals at 5-2. That comes at 9:46. Great teamwork by John Carroll, finding the open person. Good patience. Remember, we're talking about a sophomore goalie, Sawyer Graham, for C. Milton Wright. She withstood 13 goals and made 19 saves in that Arundel game. The victory by C. Milton Wright. Again, we talked about John Carroll having played 5 contests, 5 regulation games. Down she goes. Got banged down to the turf. That was Courtney Frank. Frank is being double teamed and hit again. Very aggressive play, and Frank says, okay, I'll get rid of the ball then if you want to be that way. Down the sideline, that's Marchetti. But look at the speed of Marchetti. Mustangs looking to get a shot off, pass inside. Still with the ball, great pass, great shot, good stop by Sterling. My goodness, that was just point blank range. I think it was Marchetti. Mustangs retain the ball though. Out front it comes. Round the horn. Inside 9 minutes. It's Cassidy Hoover, number 12, with the ball. Frank Handley calls something. I can't tell from my angle what the call was, but it's going to be C. Milton Wright ball. Haley Cummins passes it. Nope. Frank Handley says no, not quite right yet. He's going to explain the situation to the young ladies. We don't have him mic'd up, even though he said he'd like to be mic'd up before the game. Mustangs now with a chance to go one-on-one with the goalie. Shot high and wide. Looks like that was number 4 for C. Milton Wright, Aubrey Hoover. Ball got away from her, but C. Milton Wright is going to retain possession. It's the closest player to the ball when it goes out of bounds. Ball is taken away. Oh my goodness, they run into each other right in front of the net. Nobody's hurt. That was quite a collision. We talked about it being a non-contact sport, girls lacrosse, but well, there's contact. Good defense. Seymour Wright just can't seem to penetrate that defensive front of John Carroll. They've retained possession now for just about 2 minutes, but haven't gotten off any really good shots except for that Hoover shot that was a bit wide and high. Now the ball comes loose, scooped up by C. Milton Wright. Good job retaining possession. That's Haley Cummins. Ball banged away. Still C. Milton Wright ball. Shot. Great save by Sterling. Flag is going to come up. It's going to go against John Carroll. That means that C. Milton Wright will retain possession and a 2-minute penalty. against number 15, Caitlin Patrick. Caitlin's second year on the varsity, also plays field hockey. Check it, looks like it was on 15, Caitlin Patrick. So for the next 2 minutes, C. Milton Wright will have the advantage. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first half. A one-player advantage. Regardless if they score, it would still be, the penalty would have to be served out. Sterling, another great save. C. Milton Wright gets it back. Mustang still with the ball. Boy, Emily Sterling, she is everything that we told she was, and that is just a wall of, great wall of China there. Nothing seems to get by her. Here's the shot. That's a goal. Trying to figure out who scored it for C. Milton Wright. 5:58. We'll get that score at halftime for you. Hard to see in that knot of players down there who scored it, but it does make it 5-3 now. As C. Milton Wright again narrows the lead down to 2 goals. Looks like they're giving credit on the sideline to number 4, Aubrey Hoover. We'll confirm that at halftime. So 5:58 left in this first half. A 5-3 lead for John Carroll, as you see. Here's the draw. John Carroll's Bryn Fitzke. The name should sound familiar to you. Penn State, Fitzke, and also in the NFL and played in the CFL in football. Her dad we're speaking of. Katie Horms back in the game, number 10 for John Carroll. Whistle brings a stop to play. Craig Hanley explaining exactly what happened. Frank and Jay Rickey, the referees today, both doing their usual solid job. They also refereed the JV game that was played before this contest, so they should be pretty well lathered up by this point, following the action of the girls. Trying to keep up with the speed, which of course they possess. That's Lexi Birch, number 6, with the ball for John Carroll. Took it around behind the net. Cross court pass. Here's Maddie Sterling, the sophomore. Now Horms, back to Sterling. John Carroll content to pass it around out front, setting it up. Sterling now. Sterling, boy, what speed on her own, shoots. Penalty's going to be called. It looks like there was a bit of stick checking there against Sterling. So Sterling will have the ball one-on-one against the goalie with time running down at 4:22 and the clock continuing to run. So Sterling with the ball. Sawyer Graham, the goalie. Sterling, shot. Great save by Graham. Wow. Guessed right. It was the upper right quadrant of the net that time. Hack called against John Carroll. Ball retained by C. Milton Wright. Cassidy Hoover, number 12. Cross court pass by Cassidy. Cross court? Yeah, let's call it cross field, huh? C. Milton Wright on the attack. John Carroll takes it away. Good job by the Patriots. They were able to collapse on that attacking player. Double, triple teamed her. Here comes Sterling. Speed and maneuverability. Great pass going cross field. Looks like that's over to Riley Caesar. Now comes into the stick of Lexi Birch. Birch looking for the shot, can't get it off. Driving in, here's the shot. Oh, great defensive play by C. Milton Wright. Getting ready to do that little underhanded shot. Unable to do so as the C. Milton Wright collapsed on the shooter. Patriots will retain possession of the ball. Riley Caesar. Nope, they give it to C. Milton Wright instead. Taken away by Caesar. Patriots. Frank Hanley comes in, blows a whistle, stops action. It's going to be one-on-one now with the goalie. Oh, good defense. Attempted a little underhand pass, doesn't work. Shooter that time was Lexi Birch. Here's Birch with the ball. Triple teamed and quadruple teamed. Retains possession, gets it back out to, looks like that might be Sterling with the ball. No, checking instead, it's Ellen Scannell. Or Scannell, excuse me, Ellen. Her name is pronounced with the long A, Scannell, S-C-A-N-N-E-L-L. Now Riley Catterley. Now Bryn Fitzke, number 8. Back it comes out to Lexi Birch, number 6. Birch with the ball. Good defense by C. Milton Wright, coming up on the 1 minute mark left in the first half. Oh, nice takeaway by C. Milton, but retained though. Good job by Bryn Fitzke to come back up with that loose ball. Inside a minute left in the first half. 5-3 as you see our score. Pass inside. Oh, nice high shot, but it goes a little over the crossbar. It'll go out of play, but C. Milton Wright will retain possession as Maddie Sterling was the closest to it. We'll bring it back in with 44 seconds left in the first half. Fast-paced action here in girls lacrosse at C. Milton Wright High School. John Carroll Patriots of the IAAM A Conference. C. Milton Wright in the Chesapeake division of the UPBAC, UCBAC, Upper Chesapeake Bay Athletic Conference. Clock running, 30 seconds. Pass inside, taken away by C. Milton Wright. Whistle blows. Scannell had the ball taken away. C. Milton Wright will have it with 26 seconds. Down by 2. They'd love to close it to within 1 at half. Here come the Mustangs. That's Marchetti with the ball cut off. Good cross-field pass to an open player. The player is Caitlin Butchkowski, number 1. C. Milton Wright with the ball. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first half. Our score 5-3 here at the half. 2 goals by Scannell for John Carroll. Maddie Sterling has 1, and the other scored by Birch. We know that C. Milton Wright's Cummins scored 1 of the goal, and we'll get the other 2 goals for you here at halftime. So we are at half. It is a 5-3 score, as you see. John Carroll leading, fell behind 1-0, scored 4 straight goals to lead 4-1, and then John Carroll narrowed it to 5-3 here at the half. We'll take a break, come right back with the second half in just a moment. Well, we are back with you here, as you can see, at halftime, just going into the second half of the game. The sun having just about disappeared here. It's getting into the evening hours. A little bit more chilly than it was to start with, but still a nice night. Temperatures probably going down into the 40s. Bit humid here. John Carroll leading by 5-3. We do have those scores for C. Milton Wright. The first goal was scored by Cummins, Haley Cummins, who also scored the second goal for C. Milton Wright. Last goal was scored by Madison Ramito. So those 2 goals by Cummins, 1 by Ramito. That's the 3 goals for C. Milton Wright. Meantime, Horms has the first goal. Sterling has 2, Maddie Sterling. Aaron Scannell has 2 goals for John Carroll. So that's the 5 goals for John Carroll. That's where we are at halftime. Again, the Patriots having lost 3 of their first 5 contests. Tell you a bit more about this capstone project. We mentioned about Emily Sterling, what she's doing. Riley Caesar learned to string lacrosse sticks working with a younger club, teaching them to string sticks that will be donated to equip a team in Africa. If they're able to field a team in that part of Africa, it could make the difference in getting women's lacrosse into the Olympics. Marissa Munson hosting a Special Olympic-style event to benefit Special Olympics at John Carroll on April the 7th. So we'll talk about more of those capstone projects being conducted at John Carroll here as we have time. So we're underway in the second half with that 5-3 lead by John Carroll. Of course, now, as you know, they switch sides, going from left to right. That's Taylor Marchetti with the ball for C. Milton Wright, number 13. Mustangs scored that big goal down by 5-2. They scored the goal at 5:58 to bring them within 2. Chance now to get back in this game. Coming off that 14-13 win against Arundel earlier this week. Marchetti knocked off her feet. No flag, no penalty. Let's see now. Do they call one? Officials are getting together. I'd like to tell you what's going on in the field, but let's see, it was a goal. Yeah, they say a goal is scored. Now, I missed that one. 5-4 is the score. C. Milton Wright scores it at 24-25. Honestly, I did not see that ball go in the net, but C. Milton Wright pulls to within 1. We'll get that goal score for you here in just a moment. Mustangs now having closed to 1 goal, just as they had in the first half where they scored at 23-23. They went up 1-0. They've scored here the first goal in the second half. Draw coming, and John Carroll gets possession of the ball. That's that young lady, Maddie Sterling, the sophomore. Sophomore in grade-wise, certainly not a sophomore in the way she plays the game. Again, as we said, being recruited by some of the top schools in the country. Lacrosse schools, her sister Emily, already assigned to go to the University of Maryland next year. Maryland being one of the very top women's lacrosse programs in the nation. Sawyer unable to make the save. Looks like that may have been 33, Emily Caesar. Bit shaken up, but Caesar gets the goal at 23-44. Emily Caesar, I should say Riley Caesar, the senior attack person, has 6 goals and 12 assists, now has 7. So just that quickly, John Carroll, which had seen its lead cut down to 1, now back up by 2. Looks like Riley Caesar went down and scraped that knee, so they're going to be looking for the trainer here to provide some assistance to Riley Caesar. Riley headed for Shenandoah University. She's in the STEAM program at John Carroll. That is the Science, Technology, Engineering program. I think they added arts to it, maybe just to make it say STEAM, I'm not sure, but Science, Technology, Engineering, Math, Arts. The top academic programs at John Carroll. Looking for a goal, moving on it was Aaron Scannell. C. Milton Wright will have the ball. John Carroll fans not happy about that. The bench on this side thought that she was interfered with. Jay Rickey, the official, says, hey, I was in the way. You can't use me as a shield. So he stops play, gives it back to C. Milton Wright. Taylor Marchetti running by herself down the middle, gets a shot off. Sterling, great save. Ball right down at her feet. She was able to knock the ball away. Good job by Marchetti. She saw an opening, took it right into the net. Cummins. Great pass. Knocked down in front of the net was Marchetti. Knocked down by the goalie, Sterling. So Taylor Marchetti will have the ball with a chance here. Is this an open net now because the penalty was on the goalie? Appears to be so. Marchetti with a chance at an open net. Jay Rickey, referee, ordering the John Carroll players back. Marchetti has a clear shot here at the goal. Let's see if she can convert. That penalty was on the goalie, Emily Sterling. Here's Marchetti, shoots and scores. Taylor Marchetti. Obviously, it doesn't get a whole lot easier than that, other than the fact that you're seeing what's happening and the net is wide open, so you don't want to panic. 21-43 now as Marchetti scores. Again, cuts that lead back to 1 at 6-5. Don't think I've seen that play in girls lacrosse before, where the penalty was charged to the goalie, which meant that she couldn't play the net, leaving Marchetti with an empty net. Converting, making it 6-5. 21-43 left here in this game. That's the regulation port. Of course, there is a 6-minute overtime. Oh, great play. That's Marchetti again. Checking not Marchetti, but it's number 19. I'll try to get that number for you in just a moment. The blue numbers on the gray background not equipped at all, and the goal is scored. That's going to tie this game. Seeing as soon as she turns around that we can get a number for you. Wearing the bright green. That's Cummins again, yeah. Haley Cummins, who now has her 3rd goal of this game. We are tied at 6, and that's at 21-19 of this contest. So C. Milton Wright, who trailed by 2 at the half, got the first goal. Then John Carroll came back to make it 6-4, and then now Marchetti and Cummins have scored to make it 6-6 here, with 21-19 left in the regulation portion of the contest. Obviously, we hoped and thought it would be a good game between two very talented teams. And that's exactly what it's turned out to be. Again, as we mentioned, John Carroll, who plays, there you see Coach Abby Swift talking to her team. John Carroll plays in the IAAMA conference, doesn't get to play a lot of county teams, so they really value the chance to play C. Milton Wright. If you think about John Carroll, where it's located, C. Milton Wright, as the crow flies, maybe 3-4 miles apart. A lot of these youngsters play together on club teams. C. Milton Wright's team with their coach, Faye Brust. Faye's first year as the head coach here at C. Milton Wright. Played at John Carroll, as we said, back in the 2011 when she graduated. Teaches at Middle River Middle School. So we're tied 6-6. As the late, great Chuck Thompson would say, the folks are as good as the people now. Cameraman Tom and I were talking, this being Friday the 29th of March. It was, according to the local radio station, 35 years ago, I guess late last night into the morning, that the Baltimore Colts slunk out of town. Is that a word, slunk? Slinked out of town on the Mayflower Vans as Bob Irsay took his team to Indianapolis 35 years ago on a snowy night in 1984. 35 years ago. See Milton Wright with the ball. Looking to try to take a lead. They had that 1-0 lead. Good job. That was by, looked like Sterling. Yeah, it was Sterling. Maddie Sterling, who came in and made that interception. Maddie an attack person, but she was back on defense. Coming up on the 20-minute mark left in this contest. That's Cummins with the 2 goals. Good job cutting them off by John Carroll. Down goes the player, Madison Ramito. Ramito had the last goal of the first half for C. Milton Wright. She'll have a chance for a penalty shot here as Emily Sterling will be one-on-one against, and a great takeaway. Now let's see, the officials may say that was a penalty against John Carroll. They may get to do it again, and will. Madison Ramito with the ball. Ramito the shot, blocked by Sterling. Mustangs retain possession. No call. Bodies running together in front of the net. John Carroll comes away with it. So whoever said there's not physical contact in the girls' game hasn't been watching. And that will be a penalty against C. Milton Wright. Slows the ball up. Here comes John Carroll with the ball. 18, that's Bykowskis. El, the junior defenseman, 4.339 GPA. Takes 4 AP classes during her day at John Carroll. Lights are beginning to take effect here at C. Milton Wright. We played a late afternoon game. We started at 5:30. Comes John Carroll looking for an opening. Lexi Birch. Nice pass behind the net. Oh, great save by Sawyer Graham for C. Milton Wright, the sophomore goalie. She is growing up right before our eyes here, making some great plays. And here come the Mustangs. Tie score. Down that sideline, running free is Courtney Frank. Down goes Frank. Sort of end over end. She's up. No worse for wear. We saw Riley Caesar go out for John Carroll, number 33. She was injured on a goal that she scored. We haven't seen her come back. The trainer working with her. It looks like she scraped up a knee. We'll let you know if she's back in the game. 17 minutes coming up on. Tie score. Ramito. Cross field. Looking for an opening. None there. That was Cummins. Haley Cummins, number 10. Already has 2 goals. Emily Sterling came out of the net. Mustangs in control. Shot. Oh, great save by Sterling. That ball right down at her feet. She was able to reach down and make that save. Emily Sterling, the senior goalie, had 32 saves coming in. Has recorded at least a dozen here so far. 16:23 and counting left in the contest. Regulation, remember we were talking about the overtime. If it comes to that, a 6-minute overtime, followed by a 6-minute sudden death overtime. Whistle against C. Milton Wright. John Carroll has the ball. 8 is Bryn Fitzke. Running free down the field is Aaron Scannell. Mustangs, great defense. And oh, happy to say we're seeing Riley Caesar back in the game, number 33. Loose ball picked up by John Carroll. And a goal is scored. It looks like it's number 10, Katie Horms. We'll put down Katie Horms for the moment. Confirm that for you later on. 7-6 as John Carroll goes back on top. If it is Horms, that's her second goal of the game. You may hear on your field mic across the way the John Carroll faithful, when they score a goal, they hoist probably the lightest young man that they can find. The number of goals that John Carroll has scored, in this case 7. If it gets up to a high score, it could be a little tough. Well, here we go now. C. Milton Wright back down by 1 as John Carroll comes away with the ball. Maddie Sterling in possession of it. Gets it over to Ellie Holland. Here comes John Carroll. Oh, good save by Sawyer Graham. Sawyer, sophomore. Done a great job in the nets here today against a very high-powered John Carroll team. Penalty's going to be called. Anytime you get up around the face with that check, you're going to see the referees will bring a halt to the action. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Looks like that could be Maddie Sterling, number 2. It is. Sterling makes the pass outside. Passes to Scannell, number 4. Riley Caesar now gets it back out front. Good job by the Mustangs. Down goes one of the Mustang players. It will be C. Milton Wright ball. Referee Ricky steps in and says no. It looks like number 8 for C. Milton Wright. Check, it must be number 9, Sam Morzulo. Knocked off her pins. Now with the ball, Cassidy Hoover. Cassidy Hoover loses it. Picked up by Maddie Sterling, and a foul is going to be called. It's like just the time that Hoover tried to get rid of the ball, it popped out of the net on her stick, and now goes to John Carroll. Sterling 1-on-1 with Sawyer Graham. Sterling shoots it a bit wide. Good job taking away the angle by Sawyer Graham. Sterling was coming in from that right side. Didn't have any place to shoot the ball to. John Carroll retains possession. 12 minutes, 35 seconds and counting left in this contest. They lead by a goal at 7-6. Scannell. Now behind the net to Riley Caesar. Now Scannell. Scannell looking, being cut off, double team, right under the stick pass. Shot, knocked down by Sawyer Graham. That shot by Bryn Fitzke. Riley Caesar with the ball, fakes the shot. Back out front to Scandal. Now Katie Horms. Horms gets rid of it. Back to Caesar. Coming up on the 11-minute mark left in the contest. Caesar gets free, passes, shot, blocked by Sawyer. Great job by Sawyer Graham. Sawyer Graham has really come up big today, the sophomore goalie. Milton Wright goalie, Sawyer Graham with the ball. Passes it out, almost intercepted, and out of play it goes. Good defensive job by Scannell, number 4. Aaron Scannell, the 4th year on the varsity, headed for Salisbury University. Plays soccer and indoor soccer. 13 goals coming in. She's got 2 tonight. Pass. Bit of contact, but the referees let them play on. That's Riley Casserly. Check it to Katie Horns with the ball. Number 10 now, Riley Caesar. Back up front it comes, and that's Maddie Sterling. Sterling on the move. Looking for the shot. Foul's going to be called. Inside 10 minutes now at 9:57 and counting. Sterling again coming in from that right-hand side. Sawyer Graham trying to cut the angle down. Here's Sterling. Shot good. Maddie Sterling making the shot. The only place she could shoot it, and that was the high upper right-hand side of the net, and she found it with 9:43. So John Carroll goes back up now by 2 goals. And there you may hear on your field mics, and you might get a chance to see the John Carroll fans on the far side. You're just getting a glimpse of them, lifting that young man up 8 times to signify the 8 goals that John Carroll has. So the Patriots are coming all the way about 3 miles from their home. They're near Fountain Green, just a bit north now of Fountain Green, where C. Milton Wright is located. 8-6 our score, as you see. Battle in the draw taken away by John Carroll. That's Bryn Fitzke. Fitzke gets it to Riley Caesar. Back out front it comes, and that's Maddie Sterling. 4.4 GPA. Maddie Sterling drops the ball, picks it up, gets it off. That's Scannell. Scannell cut off, back to Sterling. Now Caesar on the near side of the field. John Carroll in no hurry, just passing the ball around out front, waiting for an opening. Inside 9 minutes left in the contest. Leading by 2, as you see. We were tied just a moment ago. John Carroll led by 2 at the half. C. Milton Wright came back and tied it. We've been tied at 1, tied at 6. Now 8-6, as you see. Oh, great pass and great shot. Sterling is hit, and down she goes. It looks like it's going to be a yellow card against C. Milton Wright, which will cost them a 2-minute penalty. Coming into the penalty box, C. Milton Wright's number 11, Courtney Frank. But honestly, that's all that Frank could do, because Sterling had broken through. So she'll get a penalty shot here, Will Sterling. Check and know they're going to give John Carroll the ball, but The Patriots now up by a player. See, Milton Wright will have to play a man down with 8:25, so they'll, until 6:25, they'll be playing a down a person. So John Carroll with a 2-goal lead, and now the advantage of being up a person on the field. Let's see what the Patriots do on this power play. Caesar with the ball, passes it out front to Scannell. Another ball to Katie Horms. Now Ryan Fitzke, I should say Bryn Fitzke, excuse me, Bryn. Horms, cut off. Penalty called Horms, 1-on-1 with Sawyer Graham. Chance to go up by 3. Great save by Sawyer Graham. I'm not sure exactly how she did it. And a good defensive job by Seymour Wright. And Graham goes out of the net to retrieve the ball. John Carroll realizes that and does take the ball away. Graham does a nice job of scrambling back into the net. Inside 7 minutes and 20 seconds left and counting in this contest. Patriots inside, looking for the shot. Sawyer Graham does a nice job of cutting off the angle. Good defensive play. That was by Cummins. Haley Cummins, who reached out and knocked the ball away from the Patriot offensive player. We're inside 7 minutes now. Here come the Mustangs, desperate for a goal. Down by 2. With the ball, Kaylin Vichkowski. Vichkowski tries to get the pass through. Good job by John Carroll. Still retained, though, by C. Milton Wright. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. It's Holly Cummins. I'm sorry, Haley Cummins. Excuse me, Haley. Mustangs. It's Cummins with the ball. Now Marchetti. Back up front to Aubrey Hoover. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. A great pass, a little bit wide on the shot. That was Marchetti who sort of holds her head because she says, hey, I had an open net, just missed the shot a little bit wide. Great pass, great catch, just not able to convert. Mustangs do retain possession. Back out front it comes. In the game is Lydia Castley, number 20 for C. Milton Wright. Haley Cummins will have the ball. Looks like she'll have the one-on-one attempt against Emily Sterling. Inside 5 minutes now. Waiting for the referees to give the go-ahead. They put one of the John Carroll defenders back out of the net. Cut off. Good job, good defensive job. Still with the ball, looking for the shot. Can't get it off. Mustangs do get it though. Cassidy Hoover, number 12, recovered it for C. Milton Wright. Mustangs inside, coming up on the 4-minute mark. Pass cross court, cross field. Penalty's going to be called. That was Aubrey Hoover, number 4. Had the ball knocked away. It'll be Hoover now on Sterling. Clock running at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Hoover back behind the net. Intercepted. What a play by Sterling. Goalie Emily Sterling saw that pass coming up, just stepped out of the net and made the interception. 3:23 left and counting. Now it's desperation time for the Mustangs. Down the sideline goes Erin Scannell. Scannell showing that speed. All the way in, shoots. Knocked off her pins, and it looks like a penalty will be coming up. Sawyer Graham made the stop, but the penalty is going to be called. So Scannell, the senior, 13 goals on the year coming in, 2 goals tonight. 1-on-1 against Sawyer Graham. Great defensive job by C. Milton Wright coming in and disrupting that shot. Patriots up with a 2-goal lead, and no big hurry now with 2:30 and counting left in the game. Hope you've enjoyed this game from C. Milton Wright. Don Morrison, for my partner Carol Barker, a bit under the weather tonight, so we say hello to Carol. Hope she'll be with us next time. I want to thank Andrew. Driving, shooting, scoring. That's Erin Scannell. And that should just about wrap it up. With 1:58 left, now it's a 3-goal lead at 9-6 for John Carroll. Andrew Gerard, the man I was naming a moment ago before I interrupted myself, the athletic director here. First-year athletic director at C. Milton Wright, veteran teacher, and the boys lacrosse coach, science teacher, all-around great guy. He is the AD here, making it very comfortable for us to come in and take this game. As always, the HCN crew doing their excellent job. Mark Zervis, the line director, and all the camera guys, audio people. Thank the 2 coaches, Coach Swift and Coach Brust, who provide us with information to make it possible for us to call this game. Thank you most of all the fans who tune in week after week. 25 years we've been privileged to bring you the high school game of the week on the Hartford Cable Network. Minute 41, clock stops. 9-6 as you see our score. Looks like a 2-minute penalty coming up against Bryn Fitzke. It'll help the Mustangs, but they are in deep trouble now, down 3 goals with just 1:41 to play. Patriots looking to try to even their record at 3-3. They came in at 2-3. Wins over Gerstle Academy and Garrison. Losses to St. Paul's Glenelg Country School and St. Mary's. C. Milton Wright 1-0, having defeated Arundel 14-13 earlier this week. Pass inside, great defense by John Carroll. Again, last year, the annual game between John Carroll and C. Milton Wright was a 14-9 win for C. Milton Wright at John Carroll. So the Patriots looking for a bit of revenge here on the Mustang field. John Carroll in control. Goalie Sterling comes out to get the ball. Gives it to her little sister, Maddie Sterling. Imagine they've done that in the backyard a few times over the years, passing to each other. Inside a minute now left in this contest. Emily Sterling gets a chance to run a bit. Emily still with the ball, now passes it out. Into the ball game for John Carroll, number 22, Marissa Munson. Munson double teamed, still with the ball. Now it's Georgia Shanfioni, number 19. 38 seconds and counting left in the contest. Look at the speed of Maddie Sterling. Maddie Sterling shoots, and Shoots it a bit wide. I'll tell you what, that young lady has, in the vernacular, we call them wheels. Wow. Not sure our camera folks could keep up with that speed, that streak going down the field. Just a sophomore. Now inside 30 seconds, counting down to the end of this contest. Mustangs will have the ball. Clock stopped at 20 seconds. Here come the Mustangs, looking to try to get one more goal. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, now 10. Looking for the shot. Clock stops at 4. Now it's continuing to run at 4. Finally it stops. So the Mustangs with one more chance to get a goal. Aubrey Hoover shoots, stopped by Sterling. I mean, would you expect anything different? As Sterling makes a save to end this game at 9-6, the final score, as John Carroll evens its record at 3-3. C. Milton Wright goes to 1-1. The Patriots win it by 9-6. We'll come back, wrap it up for you, talk to some of the stars of the game. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to C. Milton Wright High School, where the John Carroll Patriots have completed a win of 9-6 over the C. Milton Wright Mustangs. Emily Sterling, yes. A revenge over last year. You lost 14-9 to this team. I'm sure that had to play a little bit into the victory.
Yes, of course. So last year we came off of a 3-game week, and we just went into overtime with Roland Park the day before. So we were all exhausted. We all really wanted that game, and it was unfortunate that we couldn't come away with it. And so going into this game, we were like, we have to get them back. We'll get there. We got to play our game, do what we know, and get that win.
Well, you're up 3 goals, but then they come back and they tie it against you 6-6, and you're able to score the last 2 goals to win it going away. We talked off camera about your being a goalie. Why in the world would you ever want to be a goalie? It is a thankless position.
I was actually a middie when I first started playing, and I was on a club team, or a little rec team, all-star team, with a bunch of the girls that actually play for John Carroll right now, and we were just like a bunch of fast 8-year-olds, and they were like, so who wants to hop in goal? And I got in there, and I was like, I really liked that, and I was pretty good with it, and since then I just stuck with it.
Well, what is it about being goalie that you like so much?
I think it's super challenging in the way that others' positions may not be. It's a super mental position, and it's more of like a game with yourself. It makes you stronger in like a lot of other ways, and I just think it's like an awesome position, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Heading for the University of Maryland, one of the top programs in the entire country. I'm sure you had your choice of going to many schools. Why Maryland?
So when I walked on campus, I immediately fell in love. The coaches were the nicest people in the world. I just felt right at home as soon as I got on that campus. And the first day I was there, I actually played like a little clinic, and it just felt like I was supposed to be there. And like as soon as I had my visit, I was like, I got in the car with my parents. I was like, I want to go here.
Well, I'm so proud of not only what you do in school, a 4.4 grade point average, and all the things that you do. You do a capstone project. I'm so impressed with that, in helping kids who maybe don't have the advantages you've had.
Yes, so I'm working with the Harlem Lacrosse program in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm actually working specifically with the James McHenry School. And so what I'm doing is I've gone to clinics with them, and I've helped coach them and just like form relationships with the girls. And whenever I can, I go and see them and like spend some time with them. And I've raised money so that they can come to one of our games, our home games, on April 26th. And we're dedicating the game for them or to them, and we're wearing like all the same T-shirts. They're going to get to be on the field with us and just have like a night that like they haven't really experienced before, and it's going to be mostly about them, and just hopefully give them an experience that they can remember, and hopefully they want to grow in the sport of lacrosse.
Well, it's so exciting. How about John Carroll? You're a senior now. It's coming to an end. It has to be a little bittersweet for you.
Yes, it really is. So I committed when I was first a freshman, and when I was a freshman and I committed, I was like, I just want to be in college. And now that like these past 2 years we're getting close to the end, I was like, I have a month left of my senior year, and it just feels unreal, and I just want time to stop, because this has been one of the most fun seasons already, and we're just at the beginning, and I'm definitely going to miss it.
And playing with your sister, Maddie, I mean, it has to be a special treat.
Yes, it for sure is. So we played together when we were younger, and then obviously as we got older, those age groups had to split, and then finally, when she came in as a freshman last year, it was really special because it reminded us of when we first started playing together, and I just hope we can do it for more time.
Oh, wonderful. You stay right with me. We spoke about Maddie Sterling, and here she is, Maddie Sterling, playing again with your big sister. I'm sure that's fun. I'm sure it's challenging. I'm sure she sort of gives you what you should be doing out there.
Definitely. Sometimes, we get a little mad at each other back there, but it's all sisterly love. We love each other in the end, and it's just no better feeling than having my sister, my best friend, back in the goal because I trust her so much, and it's just so fun to play with her.
We watched you in the game. You are so fast. I mean, speed is something that God gives you, but you certainly use it to the best advantage.
Definitely. I just love being able to run people down or just pass them just running. It's a good feeling.
You're being recruited by a lot of different schools, but you say Maryland would certainly be top on your list in a couple of years when you're a senior.
Yes, definitely. Like I said before, I love playing with my sister, and Maryland's just a great program, and the coaches are amazing.
Wonderful. Hang with me. Erin Scannell scoring 3 goals tonight. You said you're the third sister here. Is that right?
Yes, if you would like me to be, but technically no.
Erin, you're a senior on this team. A lot of goals that you have. I know the IAAMA conference, a very tough league to play in.
Yes, definitely. It's one of the most difficult leagues in the country, and it's so awesome to be a part of that and get the experience, and it definitely has set me up so much for college, and it's just so much fun to play.
Speaking of college, Salisbury, you want to be a Seagull. Tell me about that.
Yes, so when I went on my overnight. The girls on the team were just so awesome and so welcoming, and I'm definitely a beach girl, and only being 30 minutes from the beach, it just seemed perfect for me.
And we asked, Emily about being your senior year. It's probably gone so rapidly. You can remember being a freshman, and now there's, maybe a couple of months left?
Yeah, when I was a freshman, I was so excited just to get my ring as a junior or to graduate as a senior, and now that it's almost over, I'm like, wow, I need to go back in time, and I just want to relive it. It's one of the most fun teams I've ever been a part of, and I'm so excited for this season.
Well, congratulations on the win, young ladies. Enjoy the rest of the season. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And there they are, the John Carroll Patriots, who win that by a final score of 9-6. For C. Milton Wright, Haley Cummins, 2 goals. Taylor Marchetti, 2 goals. For John Carroll, we saw Erin Scannell, 3 goals, 2 for Katie Holmes, and 2 goals also for Mandy Sterling. And again, you met Emily Sterling, the great goalie for John Carroll, who had the outstanding job. Hope you enjoyed it. Our final score, 9-6. John Carroll wins. They're now 3-3. C. Milton Wright, they lose. They're 1-1. Good night, everyone. See you again real soon.